Body camera video shows high school band director being tased after refusing to stop performance. Holy shit.
Released police body cam video shows a high school band director being tased several times and arrested at a high school football game in Birmingham, Alabama last week. Johnny Mims is charged with disorderly conduct, physical harassment, and...
I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. For the longest time, I thought Ninja and XC were the same person, said a chatter. And I love that, dude. I know a guy at Epic said he brought it to the board to make you a skin, but they said your head is too much of a competitive advantage. That's real funny, dude. Haha. Haha.
And resisting arrest after refusing to end his band's post-game performance. Lily Luciano has the story, and we warn you that the footage may be disturbing.
Body camera video released by the Birmingham Police Department shows an officer approaching people about 20 minutes after a high school football game last Thursday, including band director Johnny Mims, telling him to stop the music.
Get out my face! Get out my face!
The officers say they're trying to clear the stadium, and several more approach Mims as the band continues to play.
Hey, 1, 2, ready, and...
Shortly after, the lights were turned off and the band finished its final song in the dark. Mims then left the podium. The release video does not show officers approach the director, but yelling can be heard. On the ground...
Now to Fortnite. The government...
Shit, sorry. I just accidentally skipped back. But it's such a classic, like, authority junkie... piece of shit fucking loser thing to do. It's such classic cop behavior.
Mims then left the podium. The release video does not show officers approach the director, but yelling can be heard. On the ground, it was a chaotic scene as officers attempted to arrest Mims. Police say Mims tried to hit one of them, but Mims denies that. It is unclear from the body camera video.
Dude. I never really talked about this, but this tweet that I posted banged on Twitter a while back about cops at a wedding in like Rhode Island, where I said, I think in a civilized country, if a cop hits your wife like that, you should be able to throw hands as equals, no more badge at that point. And it got like 117,000, 118,000 likes. And it even got like conservatives to agree with me. Except the conservatives, like fucking donut operator, literally lost their minds in defense of this. Okay, look at the video. And immediately said she was reaching for the officer's gun. At this point, there is no instance where conservatives will not fantasize about a clear and present imminent danger to our brave boys in the fucking blue. This woman was not reaching for his gun, okay? Like that's nuts. No, she kicked him in the nuts, and that's why he fucking knocked their ass out.
Oh my God. Yo, Kooks.
So then this guy, Kooks, okay? It's a different angle. She very clearly reached for his gun. She absolutely was reaching for his gun at another angle. It's not even, it's so fucking annoying because I didn't even bring up the second part of what I was going to say, which is that you're so, it was a different girl, by the way. So you guys are so fucking annoying for bringing that up because I'm talking about the girl in the fucking brown. And secondly, it doesn't even fucking matter. Okay. Like you're nuts. You're nuts for being like, no, this is what you're supposed to do. Like, you're supposed to fucking start, destroying folks. Like, what do you think? She's like going for the gun and like is gonna start fucking popping off cops? Like, is that what you think?
Kooks, get over here, bro. Oh my God.
I love that people are like talking about an entirely separate person in this video, by the way, when I'm talking about the action here, which is this lady getting hit, and then the reaction from the husband, which is popping off on the fucking cop. It's very clearly action, reaction. But hey, guys, you don't understand. Cops have an AOE situation when, like, someone might have, in a different zip code, reached for a gun, which means, like, they have to literally kill everyone. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, my God.
Oh, and for the record, how did they not get shot? Come on, you know how they didn't get shot.
Kubi, get back. Kubi, get back. Kubi.
I love that she still keeps going, by the way. Look. This part's funny. She's like, nope, I got more. I got more in me.
You saw that. Touch my wife.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're talking about this woman, okay, which is still fucking nutty. Okay.
Oh my God.
But like, it's such a cowardly fucking baby shit ass thing to respond to when I'm very clearly talking about this first woman who got punched and then her husband who fucking knocked the other cop out. Okay? It's such a cowardly baby shit fucking thing to be like, oh, the other. No, it's the girl in the orange dress. No, she's not the one who fucking went for the cop's gun. No, it's not. It's this lady who got hit, okay, by the cops, and then the husband went nuts mode and went, what the fuck are you doing? And punched the cop that hit his wife. Okay? That's the girl in the black. Okay? That's a different girl. And even that, in this grainy ass footage, like people are literally like, oh no, she definitely was going for the gun. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Yeah, I'm talking about the nuts girl. Okay? I'm not talking about the girl in the fucking black dress. I'm talking about the nuts girl who went after a cop and got fucking knocked out right here. And then the husband went, what the fuck are you doing? And beat the shit out of the cop, which was awesome. Okay? It was awesome. Valid. Totally allowed. Totally respectable. Just the amount of longtime subs in here saying other angles shows why American cops will always get away with this forever. I wish cops would spit on them. I'm going to be honest with you. They wish cops would spit on them too. Chatters, go make dinner for your cop dads. Yeah. I hope every other chatter who defends this shit with other angles, sir, nerd, has to pick up their old ass mom off the sidewalk one day because she's as dumb of a bitch as you are. Yeah. Yes, of course I saw Daniel's comment. He said the cop got confused and thought it was his wife. It was incredible. Like, if this is your response, like, oh, she went for the gun for the other woman. I wasn't even talking about the other woman. But here, I'll talk about the other woman too. Fuck that. You shouldn't be able to fucking knock someone out like that. That's insane, dude. This is the other woman in the black. Jesus Christ, take it easy. No one is defending this bullshit-ass pig behavior. No. There are plenty of smarmy, annoying, overcorrective debate lords in this community who love the spirit of debate and not necessarily like genuine interest in what is right and what is wrong without ever thinking like, am I actually participating in a ruthless, brutal, oftentimes militaristic occupation of the domestic civilian population by justifying an act of violence from the state which currently has a monopoly to do so, to do violent action. They never think about it like that. They only go, I want to be the smartest guy in the room. And I actually saw the alternative video. And in which case, I'm going to defend this. Okay? That's it. That's what is going on in the chat. Okay? That is what's going on in the chat. It's not necessarily that they are thinking about like the morality behind these actions or a state that kind of completely wholesale justifies this kind of brutality. They more so are interested in coming across like the smartest guy. It's always like a big problem in communities like this one. Yeah, look at the cop pushing this other. Now we're talking about the girl in the black dress. Okay.
Oh my God.
He fucking launched her into the fucking sidewalk where the back of her fucking skull met the fucking pavement, dude.
Oh my God, you just fucking knocked her out, bro. You just fucking knocked her out, bro. You just knocked her out.
Relax, bro. He just body slammed her into the fucking curb. Like, it's fine. It's like, yeah, whatever. Maybe a bit excessive force. It's true. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad that you are now in agreement after immediately rushing to the conclusion to try and defend the cop. You turn around. Also, this cop is not white, I don't think. I think he might be black. I can't tell, but whatever. It doesn't even fucking matter. They're a cop. That now you're coming to the conclusion that the lady who is fucking like flopping on the ground like a dead fish out of water, maybe she shouldn't have been slammed so hard in the fucking into the concrete ground. A bit excessive.
Hit the pavement. No. Her head just hit the pavement, bro.
Like, none of this should have happened. You want to know why? No matter how drunk someone is, your job is to de-escalate. You're the one with force. You're the one who can use force. That doesn't mean you should always use force. As a matter of fact, that means you should use force way less than you normally would. That's the whole point. It needs to be a last resort, like a super last resort. Like, the American mind, no matter how progressive they fancy themselves, to immediately submit to authority and justify use of force in any kind of circumstance where a cop is not able to exert their authority is so shocking. It must be studied in a fucking laboratory, dude. We are some of the biggest cucks on the planet, okay? Like, cops always escalate, and that's always completely wholesale justified by the broader population. It's so wild, dude. It's so fucking wild. Like, how do you rush to that? Which, by the way, ironically, that's not even who I was talking about. It's like very obvious who I'm talking about. And all these fucking cop-loving pussies immediately were like, well, the other lady rushed to grab his gun, bro. It's like, really? Is that the guy who was married to the other lady? Or do you think I'm talking about the guy who fucking knocked the cop out? Very clearly, in this video, in the first half of the fucking video, you asshole. You know that, though, and you don't want to come across like a fucking pussy, and you need to defend cops still, and you don't want to look like a ridiculous person, so you're like, oh, the other one ran for her service weapon, which I still don't fucking believe either, because the other one is like in like 1p from a different angle, and you're like, well, she was definitely going for the service weapon. Like, what's she gonna fucking do, man? You think she was gonna grab the service weapon and start fucking capping cops? Like, do you think she's a fucking assassin? It's so stupid, dude. They're like, look at this pixelated video from afar, proving 100%. This is like Angelina Jolie and Mr. and Mrs. Smith, dude. You don't understand. Drunk women in Rhode Island, like, they're famous for doing this shit. Like, yeah, Karen Wick. Jane Wick, brother, you don't understand. Now, why did I get here? Why did I talk about this issue? The reason why I talked about this issue is because these are white people, okay? As white as you can fucking get. Rhode Island, Newport, whites, duking it out. So white that they think they can fight cops, okay? That's how white they are. Like, they're white. They're literally on a different planet, right? Now, having said all that, there were still hella people trying to fucking defend the cops in the situation. Because the American submission to authority, no matter how violent or brutal, has to be studied, okay? For generations. We need to find out what happened to the American mind. What is wrong with the American skull? We need to do phrenology to understand what has happened in the, not just the regular Caucasoid skull, not the Angloid skull, but the Ameroid skull, that for some weird reason is like way worse than all of its other forefathers, okay? Our willingness and interest to submit to authority makes no fucking sense in comparison to like the American Revolutionary War that started off with a bunch of fucking prisoners that didn't want to pay tax to a fucking monarchy. What the hell happened? Everybody loves acting a big game about how like fucking John Wayne style they are until it comes down to defending the military apparatus of the police state, okay? The violent boot of the jackbooted thugs that work at the behest of those who sit on top of ivory towers. Those who sit on top of ivory towers, you also hate. Any motherfucker who it tells you how it is, though, you hate that guy too. Shoot the fucking messenger. And I don't know how this happened, and I don't understand why Americans are like this, okay? There needs to be a multi-generational anthropological study on the American willingness to submit to any kind of authority whatsoever. The ladies stood no chance. These cops have been the cops have been training on their wives for years. Okay, so why did I show this though? Because we're talking about yet another instance where police in Birmingham are behaving like a bunch of fucking monstrous assholes. Where they ended up tasing a high school band director for the crime of refusing to stop the performance.
Mims was asked to put his hands behind his back, but when he didn't...
Yeah, Americans love talking about how I need my fucking Second Amendment, dog. I need to stand up against the tyrannical government and then shove the boot so far down their fucking throats it pops out of their ass. Okay?
An officer tased him. He remains standing until the officer tased him again. Then he falls to the ground where he's tased a third time.
It caught me off guard. I'm thinking about the kids are in the dark. They're screaming. You know, they're trying to figure out what's going on. I have officers pulling on me. And so it was just a lot going on.
Mims said the opposing team's band director suggested before the game that both sides play 3 songs when it concluded. He said it was a common occurrence. Police say the other band complied when they told them to stop performing as well.
I've been a director for 13 years. I've never had a case of this ever happen. I've never ever had police officers intervene in a school activity.
Mims and his legal team are now calling for all charges to be dropped and the involved officers to be placed on leave. The Birmingham Police Department says it investigates all incidents where an officer uses force during an arrest. For CBS Mornings, I'm Lilia Luciano.
Boy, it does seem like there were a lot of different off-ramps. It could have gone in a very different direction. And I really don't understand why the cops needed to get the stadium cleared that quickly.
Yeah, especially when you look across the field and it seemed like there was a group of people on the other side.
Yeah, like kind of band-off happening. Yeah, both sides playing. Yeah, very strange stuff.
Unfortunate.
On leave, Americans are so cucked. Yeah, it don't matter. I can do that study on why Americans let cops stomp all over them for you, Abby. 9/11. There, study done. No, Americans have been defending cops like in a ridiculous manner for many, many years. It's not just 9/11. It certainly goes. It certainly was around before 9/11. Also, it ramped up after 9/11, but like something you got to remember is that. One, this is something that happens all around the world. It's not just like unique to American cops. The brutality is a part of the job, right? The brutality is a part of the job. What I'm talking about is like the unique American reverence. Like it's like a unique thing that Americans do. Like there's something very broken with the American brain. I don't know what it is. And it's not just cops, it's about like all matter of authority. Like for all of my criticisms of the French, like there are certain aspects of French culture that automatically hate like authority figures or gross displays of wealth and things of that nature, right? Whereas we don't have that in America. We love when people are just like, oh, I'm so rich. Like, we love that shit. We're like, oh, one day I want to be rich like that. Or that guy is the boss. Yeah, he should be able to do whatever he wants. If he wants to exploit people, let him do it. Because that's the American way. Like, there's no... You said you would cover the Canadian LGBT protest? Dude, honestly, I don't know why you want me to cover it. There's nothing going on, man. Like, what do you want me to cover? A bunch of fucking dumb Canadian hogs that are like, fuck trans people?